Good Tuesday morning, everybody, from the home office of the First Defense Doppler 3 Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Austin Onig with your latest edition of News Channel 3's video weather blog, Weather Overtime, taking a look at weather around the Mid-South, including some pretty soggy weather coming our way over the course of the next several days. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. Getting started this morning with some earthquake information. Not a lot of data going on at this point in time. We did have some scattered areas of activity well to the north of the Mid-South over the course of the last couple of days. Did have one minor earthquake, though, at a depth of just about 6 miles, just over 6 miles, last night at about 8:33 Monday evening, and that was recorded just to the northwest of Blytheville, a 1.3 magnitude earthquake. Wasn't much of anything to report this time, and so far we haven't had anything to report in the way of reports either, so nothing going on at this time where it comes to major amounts of problems at this point. So again, if you have any concerns about this or would like to know more, find out more from the Center for Earthquake Research and Information from the University of Memphis, and they'll be able to help you with more on that. Air quality index not showing a lot of problems, currently at a 45 on the high side of the green or good scale. That's particle pollution at this time. Ozone is about at 33 at this point. That's where we're seeing, again, the heaviest amount of pollution out there, but the day is young, and we may be looking at a high today of about 53, which will be moderate. There'll be a little bit more, again, particle pollution out there that could be a bit of a problem for, again, anything drifting in the air around dust, exhaust from cars, stuff like that. And tomorrow expected to be around a 51 or so. Possibility more rainfall. This could change in the forecast into the next couple of days, but nowhere near a code orange, code red, or code purple, I would guess, or code crimson, whatever it is that they call that there. Temperatures already in the 60s at this point on live real-time WeatherNet 3 from Carnes Elementary in Memphis. South winds at about 5 miles per hour, so a very mild day across the area. Cloudy with a few clouds, again, drifting on through over south end of Mud Island, over into eastern parts of Arkansas this morning, over into and around the area of downtown Memphis on our Cotton Exchange camera. I-55 and Goodman Road, again, a few clouds, but allowing some sunshine in for this morning, and a few areas of sunshine lighting up the water tower in Germantown this morning. Back over to around some clouds looking back toward East Memphis and across the area of the rest of Germantown this morning. These available from our WeatherBug cameras out across the Mid-South. St. Francis in Cordova, a few clouds, some sunshine at the end of rush hour on Tuesday morning, and looking at a few more clouds with some golfers out hitting the links, or maybe some of the groundskeepers out there getting a few things taken care of before the golfers arrive. Ole Miss into Oxford this morning. Again, gorgeous view of the campus. Thanking again the University of Mississippi for inviting me to the Student Union earlier this last week to talk about weather safety, and had a great time talking about that there to some of the students and some of the faculty as well. So a great opportunity to learn more there. We do have, again, a little bit of a change coming our way in the way of rainfall. The heaviest amount of rainfall appears to be going well back to our west at this point in time, but we do still see the potential of some very heavy rainfall into parts of the Mid-South, especially into eastern Arkansas. The heaviest area of activity appears to be going well west of us, but that does not preclude the possibility of seeing some of the rainfall for the Black River, the St. Francis River, and eventually for the Mississippi River. Could be looking at some problems with rainfall coming up into the next several days of about 5 inches plus. That's going to be a lot of rain draining down through the hills west of Jonesboro into the course of the next couple of days, so something to think about there. And above all, remember that, again, the old catchphrase from the National Weather Service, or slogan, depending on how you want to say it, is more than just a catchphrase. Turn around, don't drown. It's a great way to make sure that you stay safe. Find another way to get to where you're going. Do not drive through water-covered roadways in the Mid-South area. The main threat at this point in time, again, into the western parts of the viewing area at this point, that's where we're going to be seeing the potential for some heaviest amount of flooding out there, but some of that's going to be making its way into the Mississippi River Valley. What exactly are we talking about? Well, the forecast at this time does not hold, again, a lot of huge amounts of rise taking place from anything in the way of the area stream graph, showing the possibility of getting a lot more rainfall in there. Take a look and see what the forecast currently holds, with a flood advisory for the Mississippi Valley and a flood watch taking place as well. currently just below action stage, and the trend still continues to see the river at Memphis heading downwards. Now, hopefully it stays that way into the course of the next several days, but I'm guessing that once the rain starts to fall and the rain starts to drain into the Mississippi Channel, we're going to see this reverse and go back upwards again. Whether or not we go over action stage, a little difficult to say at this point in time, but we will definitely be watching that to see what exactly will be happening out there. All that information available from the National Weather Service, so tune in for more on that. What we've got is, again, a couple of storm systems back to the west of us, one making its way into the mid-plain states. The red hatched area indicates where we see the potential of thunderstorms. Dark green indicates the heavy rainfall. Light green indicates lighter amounts of rain and snow and ice back to the west of us into the Intermountain West. We've got high pressure in control of the East Coast. That's helping to, again, with air rotating clockwise to move moisture on shore, and an area of low pressure acting in tandem with that to move the moisture back upwards from Central America and off the Gulf of Mexico. So we've got a decent amount of rainfall coming on through. Could be some stronger to severe weather taking place around Texas and into western Louisiana later on today and into tonight, overnight into tomorrow morning. Better chances of rainfall will begin to head our direction into the rest of the day today and into tonight and into the rest of Wednesday. Some fairly soggy conditions coming up over the course of the next several days as that moisture continues to make its way from the Gulf up to and across the Mississippi Valley over into the Great Lakes and eventually into southeastern Canada all the way to the New England area. And that's where we're going to be seeing, again, the potential for the heaviest rainfall. Slowdowns could be, again, a lot of problems driving around out there. So that's something we're going to have to watch with a lot of interest. When's the rainfall expected to start? Well, as of right now on the HRRR, the High Resolution Rapid Refresh model, looking again at the area showing the Mid-South area located right in here, and this set for noontime today. See again the possibility of some scattered showers coming into the picture by the time we hit about 5, 6 o'clock tonight. Heavier activity from St. Louis down to about Little Rock, and we'll continue to see more moisture into the Mid-South starting in earnest at about 9 o'clock this evening and continuing up until and including midnight tonight, and even more activity expected into very early tomorrow morning around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe kind of slacking off by just a little bit. It appears that most of the rainfall, again, will be over southern Missouri and central and eastern Arkansas. So that is where we're going to be watching with a lot of interest to see where all this stuff begins to work its way on through. So again, about midnight through about early tomorrow morning, that's where we see more chances of rainfall coming down across parts of the Mid-South. So keep it tuned for updates on that. Here's what it looks like for high temperatures today. Back in the lower to mid 70s, some very mild numbers out there. Chances of rain through about early this morning, early this afternoon around eastern Arkansas once again, and becoming even thicker as we go into later on this evening and into overnight. Lows in the upper 50s to around the lower 60s. High temperatures on Wednesday back in the upper 60s to around the lower 70s with scattered showers and thunderstorms possible with some of this mixture right on into Wednesday evening. Low temperatures Wednesday night back in the lower to mid 60s. That's the low temperatures, not the highs out there. Chances of rain continue. Greatest chance west of the Mississippi River and back into the Memphis metro area as well. Thursday's highs back in the upper 60s to lower 70s. And you guessed it, more chances of rainfall coming on through the Mid-South throughout the course of the day and into around Thursday night as well. Low temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s, and chances of rainfall scattered across much of the Mid-South throughout Thursday night and right on into Friday. Highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s and lower 70% chances of rainfall right on into the rest of Friday. So a very soggy week shaping up across much of the area. In science news on Reddit, if you'd like to participate in an AMA or Ask Me Anything possibility, this is a good opportunity to ask questions, and today is going to be Sarah Jadley, hope I'm saying that right, from NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. She's a solar astronomer who takes a look at the sun's magnetic field, and if you'd like to know more about the upcoming eclipse, which is going to be happening late tonight and into early tomorrow morning, overnight for parts of the Mid-South, it's going to be a good opportunity to ask more questions. We posted this on my social media web pages. If you'd like to see a little bit more about this and participate in the AMA event on Reddit, that's going to be starting today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be 12 noon Mid-South time to answer questions on the sun and solar eclipses and what it's like to use a solar telescope. So a lot of opportunities to find out more information about that on Reddit if you'd like to know more about that. Skywarn, 2 training sessions coming up later on tonight. First one is going to be at Dunklin County at United Methodist Church, 300 College Avenue in Kennett, Missouri at 6:30 p.m. tonight, and one at Tipton County Emergency Operations Building at 8629 Highway 51 South in Brighton, Tennessee. Both of those happening tonight at 6:30. 2 different locations. Great opportunity to learn more about severe weather. The one from Memphis is going to be coming up on the 22nd of March. It's going to be in exactly 2 weeks at 7 p.m. Lord of Life Lutheran Church, 6865 Poplar Pike in Memphis. Contact on that, Joe Lowenthal, amateur radio operator, call sign WA40VO. And that's also his email address on the point of contact if you'd like to ask information about him of that. And numerous other places to get information about what's going on with the upcoming severe weather Skywarn training session if you'd like to know more about what's going on here in the Mid-South or in points beyond. Again, the ways to stay safe. A good opportunity is to take this course for you to learn more about severe weather, your family, your business, your place of worship, and to get more information about becoming a Skywarn spotter, not a chaser. Chasing is an entirely different thing, and you should only do it if you've trained with experts. Do not chase on your own ever, period, end of sentence. This is, again, a good opportunity to learn more about what happens during severe weather and how you can get ready for it. So if you'd like to know more about this, and to find out more about where these happen, just go to the National Weather Service in Memphis or contact me, and I'll let you know more about this, and we'll be bringing you more updates on this throughout the course of the next several weeks. Earth Hour is coming in just a couple of weeks. If you'd like to know more about how you can help change climate change, it's time to get a little bit more active in what we can do when it comes to conserving energy. There's a great opportunity to find out more about how all this works, about how to start turning off electricity when it's not needed, instead of just letting it go and just keeping the lights on just because we're too lazy to turn the lights off. If you'd like to know more about this, you can go to changeclimatechange.org or go to earthhour.org and find out more about what this is all about. It's a good opportunity to help us change a lot more about our past habits and develop new ones for the future. So if you'd like to know more about what you can do to help out, and you can, and it's very easy to do so, all you have to do is just drop by earthhour.org and find out more about what it is that you can do in regards to helping to change the amount of energy that Americans use all around the world. 10 days until Earth Hour, and we're going to be doing a special event at News Channel 3, so definitely want to stay tuned for more on that. Information about Earth Hour is available at my Facebook page at facebook.com/AustinOnic, WREG, if you'd like to tune in for more information in there, and details about the forecast, news, and the continuing information about what's going on with the forecast, including that flood watch, which is now in effect for parts of the area, especially into eastern Arkansas. Not a flash flood watch, but just a flood watch. And that, again, is for area rivers, creeks, and streams, which may rise fairly rapidly and stay high for a while because of the fact that we're getting so much water out there. Twitter.com/aonic_WREG3 if you'd like to follow along on what's going on out there, including the threat for severe weather. Some of our WeatherBug cameras, thanking Deborah Spiegel from Humboldt, another great sunrise picture. And if you have them, please send them along to us. And finding out a lot about Lakeland, Tennessee today, including the fact that Lakeland apparently has incredibly large buildings and a lot of palm trees. Thank you very much to 101USA.com for checking your clickbait list and making certain that the picture matches the screen right there. And if you'd like to know more about what's going on across the Mid-South where it comes to science and everything else, again, twitter.com/aonic_WREG3. On Google, find me at Austin Onik, WREG meteorologist. On Google Plus, that's plus.google.com, and search me out there. And then also find me again on Tumblr at meteorologist AustinLOnic.tumblr.com. if you'd like to see more about what's going on with science, weather, and all sorts of other stuff available there. Contact me with other information. If you have any questions about what's going on with the forecast, let me know about what's happening, and send me an email at austin.onek@wreg.com. Todd Demers has more on your forecast coming up on News Channel 3 at noon, and Tim and Jim will have your forecast later on this evening, starting on News Channel 3 first at 4. Again, stay tuned for more on News Channel 3 on air and online. We'll keep you updated on what's going on from the home office of the First Defense Doppler 3 Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Austin Onek. Thanks for joining me for today's Tuesday morning edition of News Channel 3's exclusive video weather blog, Weather Overtime.